Hey guys, for Dedicated to Art, my name is Chris Doman. I'm here today with the suave one himself, Sir.
Nico Regoli, how y'all doing? It's Star Wars Celebration. We got the Clone Wars trailer.
Yeah, and I'll admit my emotions are a little bit peppered right now from the nostalgia trip that was the awesome 3 clips that Dave Filoni was gracious enough to bless us with. And now I'm probably going to be in tears by the end of this trailer. I just got a bad feeling. Nico, would you say about the same?
Are you doing the Han Solo? I have a bad feeling about this because I have a good feeling about this. Just because, we're finally gonna get to finish these arcs.
No. This is gonna be wonderful. I'm just saying, I'm probably gonna cry.
Okay. Well, I'm excited because we're finally gonna get to see the conclusion to some of the arcs that we did not get to. A lot of the stuff involving Ahsoka. We mentioned the Bad Batch earlier. I'm hoping there's at least one episode out of these 12 that kind of focuses on, or at least leads into, Asajj Ventress into Dark Disciple, the novel. It doesn't have to be about Dark Disciple, but I would like to see, where did she get that yellow lightsaber from, and is there any backstory behind that?
Good point. Touche. I don't know. But I think we're about to find out, aren't we? Yes, so let's click play. Finally, in 3, 2, 1, play.
The black and white doesn't make this any easier.
No.
I'm not coming back.
You are making a mistake.
Maybe. But I have to sort this out on my own. Without the Council. And without you. Where exactly are you from?
We just saw this part.
You're probably better off down here. With the Jedi running around.
1313?
I've watched so many of my brothers fall during this war.
Ooh, wow.
5. Echo. Heavy.
Master Yoda, your thoughts on how to win the war?
No longer certain that one ever does win a war. I am.
You'll never see any Jedi around here. It's not safe down here. Things could have gotten messy for you.
The Pikes?
That's why I've got
Oh
my
my
ship.
god, no way.
Is that Bo?
What squad are you taking in? Experimental Unit Clone Force 99.
The cavalry has arrived! Company! Attention!
Glad to have you back, Commander.
Yes. Ooh.
The good is new. Maybe a little better.
Oh, they're blue now.
Interesting. Wait! Whoa! How is he alive?
Wait, are we talking about Mace?
No, Admiral Trench.
We'll get to that in a bit.
I was hoping for Kenobi. Why are you
Woo! Yes! Woo! Ah!
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Yes!
Yes!
Woo!
Woo! Woo!
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Okay. Before we break things down, you asked how is Trench alive, and I remember in one of the Lost arcs that they released, the Lost missions that they released on Netflix, Admiral Trench was alive. He had the cybernetic stuff, and as the 501st were about to capture him, that's when I forget what the
Oh.
clone's name was, but that's when he went haywire and shot Tip Lee and Tip Lar in the face, or at least one of the two.
Admiral Trench, the spider guy from Cat and Mouse, the episode.
Yeah, that Admiral Trench. He made a return. He had cybernetics to make up for the injuries he suffered in the Cat and Mouse episode, and
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because yep, because that's when Tup broke his Order 66 programming way too early and shot. Yeah.
yeah. But the trailer.
But the trailer was, oh my god! Ah! Okay.
Woo!
You started off in the best possible way, but with that beautiful black and white retelling of season 5, the Wrong Jedi. Holy shit! And then, of course, yeah, as you mentioned, we got a little bit more of what we just saw, and then we got to meet these two sisters who are, obviously, very fun. But then, yeah, you did mention that was Bo. So that means we got Katie Sackhoff coming back. Yay!
Oh, happy days are here again.
Happy days are here again. Yes, indeed. Okay, so Nico, just come nerd out with me. Just give me some thoughts. Give me something to talk about. Let's just dive in.
I feel like the blue lightsabers that we just saw in Ahsoka is like something to sort of ease us into the white lightsabers that we see later on in her adulthood. Because now I don't know why the crystals are blue now. Maybe someone swapped them out. Maybe she did that herself. Might have not heard some audio because we were nerding out so hard that we missed something they said. Or maybe it's just because she's leading the 501st, or so like in sort of symmetry with the troop, she decided to make them blue. I'm focusing too much on the lightsabers, but it's something I like out of the lore a lot, is the crystals and the sabers and the people who use them. But yeah, Katie Sackhoff's back as Bo-Katan. That's going to be fun. We're getting Ahsoka Tano versus Darth Maul, who is...
Round 1.
Yes, round one between the two. And... yeah, I'm curious to see what that mission is that Obi-Wan and Mace are leading. Like, what are they doing? We saw some outer space stuff. Was that a scene from maybe the Battle of Coruscant, or was that something different? We'll find out soon.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be Coruscant because at least by my understanding, granted, and I'm going partially off Legends, but partially off my understanding of how canon still has it, where at the time Anakin and Obi-Wan were nowhere near the Coruscant. They were in the Outer Rims. They were in the Outer Rim during the sieges. And then they would have come back. Then they were brought back when the Chancellor was kidnapped, and that's how they got there so fast. Yada 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 yada.
I'm just saying there was a scene that looked like we had a bunch of ships floating above Coruscant, so it reminded me of that start of Episode 3, and that's what I thought.
And to be honest, that we probably are gonna get that, and if so, yay! Denzel Washington, yay! Had to. Sorry, I'm in that mood right now.
But we also just saw the bits and pieces of the clips that we just saw in the previous video that we did. We saw the Bad Batch. We saw Ahsoka on the speeder bike. But we saw a lot more as well. And again, this is what you need out of a trailer. It gives you a little bit, but not the whole piece. It gives you a small piece of cheese, but not the entire block. And I'm ready for my Star Wars lactose intolerance when we get to Disney Plus. Yes, just
Yes.
give me more. Give
me more. No, and sort of my final thing is, I can't wait to see how Dave is going to handle Order 66. I can't wait to see how much it's going to break my heart to watch all the rest of the 501st have to attack Ahsoka, and Rex is going to have to pretend to play along just so that way he doesn't risk himself getting killed.
Because we know that he, Wolf, and Gregor all took their
chips out.
And, well, Wolf is part of a different squadron, and Gregor is kind of his own lone man because he's a commando. So commandos kind of got special treatment. And granted, his brain was messed up before we found him. But still, yeah, how are they going to set that up? How are they going to get to that point where Rex, he realizes that Fives was telling the truth, and yeah, there's a brainwashing chip inside of his head, and he's got to get that out, and then have to play along. Because while I haven't gotten to the end of the Ahsoka novel, I also know from just having heard from people who have finished it that she essentially makes a fake grave for the both of them, and she puts her lightsabers on that grave so she can sort of play dead until she's finally ready to reemerge.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just ready for this movie or this show. It's gonna be here. I'll put it this way: this is the version of a Clone Wars movie that I want to see because now I care. I'm invested in these characters. I'm invested in the storyline. I'm invested in the lore. And this show needed to have the proper send off because that was one of the things that for the longest time pissed me off irredeemably with Disney buying Lucasfilm. But now they're fixing their mistake, and I couldn't be happier for it.
And this is why I'm glad that after episode 9, we're kind of going to get a little bit of a break from movies to focus more on the TV side where we can tell extended stories, where we don't have to try and fit everything into 2 to 2.5 hours. We can go for 12 hours if we want to and just tell an awesome story, and that's exactly what we're going to get here. We're going to get 12 24-minute episodes that are just going to finish up
this
all
wonderful show. Our jaws are going to be left hanging on the floor with tear stains in our eyes, and it's going to be amazing. So
yeah, our jaws are going to be on the floor worse than Darth Malgus.
Wow. Okay. Guys, thank you for tuning into this reaction. Please leave a comment, subscribe, and share it all across social media. That's really all we ask. Is that asking too much? I don't really think so. But, Nico, where can the good folks find you online?
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nico Suave Regoli. That's NicoSuaveRegoli. You can find me over here at Dedicated to Art and all the places Chris will say in just a moment. You can find me over on Multiplex Entertainment is the name of the Facebook group and the YouTube channel. The Twitter is at MultiplexYT. The Instagram is Multiplex Entertainment Network. The TeePublic is tpublic.com/user/multiplex. Buy our awesome shirts and watch myself and Zadius Smith's weekly discussion show called Crisis on Earthplex every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And finally, Combat Wrestling Trivia is the name of the Facebook group. Combat Wrestling Network is the name of the YouTube channel. The poorly made Twitter handle is at Combat Wrestling, the number 2. If you like wrestling trivia, come find us and also watch Adonis Nazario and James Berryman III's weekly discussion show called The Raw and SmackDown Breakdown every Wednesday afternoon.
You know, the thing about that Adonis guy is that he actually does know what he's talking about, but I get the feeling when it comes to fandom-related stuff, I don't think he really does. And frankly speaking, I want that spot in the Summer Series tournament. So look, man, it's nothing but respect to you, but you're going down. And I'm sorry, Nico, as his manager, as the head of House Night Fury, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have another loss on your hands. My apologies.
How dare you, sir? dare you.
I'm just stating it like it is, man. But until then, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, and Letterboxd at Skywalker Dome. You guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A channel. Please like our Facebook page and stay tuned for our Game of Thrones recap show that Case and Irina and Ryan will be heading up. Stay tuned for this week's episode of the Who Cares Anyway podcast. Stay tuned for our Schmodown reactions. There's some big matches that we just had. Please check out those reactions and some big matches coming up. And yes, I'm excited. But until then, you guys all know what you need to do. Take care.
Yeah.